Welcome to the Value Add with me, Alex Pierce. I'm delighted to be talking about Copilot. Microsoft Copilot is here. We've got so many renditions of it in different applications, from Windows to Microsoft 365 to Power Platform through to Microsoft Security. There is so much going on in this space, and to help with this story, I built something called the Copilot Cheese Wheel. So we're going to spend some time going through what exactly is Microsoft Copilot, where does it differentiate between the different applications, but also explaining how maybe you can use this Copilot wheel as well. Let's get started. I've had some great opportunities to speak to lots of people about Microsoft Copilot, specifically Microsoft 365 Copilot, but a lot of questions and a lot of confusion is already out there around the difference between Microsoft Copilot and Microsoft 365 Copilot. So with that, I decided to build this little example diagram, which explains a bit more around actually how you should think about Copilot. We have Copilot in the middle. Microsoft talk about how this is your everyday AI companion. And because of this, we have to think about Copilot as being this digital assistant always available to us inside of Windows. At least that's how we see it at this moment in time. And then it branches out into different applications. So this is very much a piece of work in progress. This is mainly because Microsoft haven't given us the full story and the full architectural piece around Microsoft 365, Microsoft 365 Copilot, and the admin controls and how we might automatically fix things into Bing Chat Enterprise and force people to use that rather than using Bing Chat. Security issues kind of start coming in when you start talking about the difference between those two. So it's really important to be able to explain this the best we can, and you'll see this image kind of getting updated. At the recent announcements from Microsoft's conferences in September, they announced this centralized AI. This your everyday AI companion is now available for you, and it's going to be mainly seen inside of Windows. I hope one day they can bring it into maybe apps for other mobile devices, but at the moment, certainly it's inside of Windows. So with that, when we look at the cheese wheel, as you kind of see here, we have different elements that we have to look at. We have to look at Windows 11 because it's already baked in from a Copilot point of view. We've got plugins. We've got other Copilots that are available. I've heard this is over 100 now. Microsoft have announced over 100 different Copilots. How exciting that is. We have to talk about Bing Chat Enterprise. This is your private area where you can put prompts in, and it is not used to train any models. It's not leaving your organization. And there are plenty of security concerns of different people putting prompts in, sending NDA information over to ChatGPT-4, and it being able to store that information and to train those different things. But there is also an absolute difference between Copilot and 365 Copilot from Microsoft. So with Windows 11, we have the ability to be able to have this companion down the right hand side, always available to us. You can get this today as part of the Windows 11 23 H2, only in certain countries. But you can go in there, you can start cropping images, and you ask the AI assistant to be able to go off and be able to remove the background, make the image a bit shorter, brighten the colors, that kind of side of things. We have Clipchamp that's been integrated into that. And we also have things like Outlook for Windows now as a free option to be able to go off and help you to write emails while it sees the text there while you've got that email open. And we've also got Bing Chat. I've just mentioned a minute ago the difference between Bing Chat and Bing Chat Enterprise. Bing Chat being that personal driven kind of side of AI, wherefore Bing Chat Enterprise being that enterprise level security and protection that we want. We've got plugins, and we've got that fit into that Windows 11. Microsoft has shown some examples around Adobe Express. We've got Spotify in there, and we also have things like OpenAI, and we can build our own OpenAI projects and integrate that into Windows. A lot of Copilots from Microsoft, as you can kind of see there, just a few of them from Viva to OneNote to Fabric. These are exciting areas of AI, and they're just good products anyway. And then we also have to look at Bing Chat Enterprise. Really important that we sit there and we go, you know what is that protection? How is it secure? And how does it make me compliant? So I can give my staff the ability to be able to use AI in a correct, ethical way inside my organization, knowing that I'm not going to have NDA information sent out to a training model, to a large language model that could be used in other places. And finally, Microsoft 365 Copilot. There are so many layers for us to actually go through and what this actually looks like. From Copilot Labs to help us with prompts, to give us a nudge and a head start around how we can use AI to increase our productivity. Effectively, that's what Microsoft 365 is here, is to support us with our productivity. How does it work with Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Teams? Help us with Teams meetings. Make our minute notes for us. Also, we've seen things recently from Microsoft around OneDrive and how AI is going to be able to help us to find and discover content better. But we also really need to do a deep dive into this Microsoft 365 chat. This is maybe where more of you are going to have a headache around. Actually, if I go and ask it a question and it looks at all the data that I have permission to, does it actually give me a fair and response answer based on only the data I should have access to rather than what I actually have access to? It's really important that we start thinking about the permission set and the governance levels that we have within our Microsoft 365 environment. So it's really important that we spend time doing some deep dives, and I'm going to do a whole series, and using this Copilot wheel, you'll see it actually growing and you'll see more things added as Microsoft make more announcements. I'm excited for Microsoft Ignite, where we may well hear even more. I'm certainly hoping for more admin control so I can enforce that Windows 11 sidebar that we've got from that whole AI to say, don't use Bing Chat. I want to use Bing Chat Enterprise. So actually, from an adoption point of view, really supports me and anybody else as well. We can look at development models. We're going to look at how plugins work, both within Microsoft Copilot, so it's integrated there into Windows, but also into the plugins and how you can extend the Microsoft graph with Microsoft 365 chat. Some of these you can get now. Some of these are coming out in the next couple of months or even further on, as Microsoft have only recently made announcements. It's exciting times to be in the Microsoft space, and I'm delighted to be in it. So come join with me on this journey as we explore Microsoft Copilot and all the different Copilots that Microsoft have. So for me, at the value add, thank you for joining us today, and I will speak to you soon.